Okay, thank you for purchasing the City of Glory Angkor Temple card game. We're going to go ahead and open up the box right now so you can get to know your game a little bit. So once you open the game, you can see on the top here there is a kind of it's a cheat sheet, if you will. It isn't exactly the instructions or the rules, but these are kind of some illustrations that can help you understand the game a little bit better. So while you're unpacking, someone can go ahead and start reading that. Otherwise, you'll also have these two paper pages. There is one page double-sided that is basically the instructions about how to win the game, how to set up the game, how to take turns, and that's double-sided, and that would be very helpful for one person to go ahead and read. There's an additional page here that just gives a little bit more detail about the cards themselves, some FAQs and special circumstances that just might help you troubleshoot some of the trickier parts of the game. So someone should go ahead and take a look at those. Otherwise, in here you'll have, this is for keeping score of how much rice your community harvests. Inside of the box there are also two small little tokens like this, and what you're going to do with those is you're going to use those to keep score. So suppose you had 15 rice in your bank, that would be a 10 and a 5 is 15. So if you earned, let's say, 7 more rice, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but now you've moved up to 20, that's 22, because 15 plus 7 is 22. Okay, so make someone who's good at math your banker. Then you'll also find in the box 3 sets of cards. There'll be one small set of cards that we're going to use to set aside to start the game, and then there will be 2 other stacks of larger cards that you're going to go ahead and need to shuffle really well before you start. So you could take these 2 big decks and hand them to people and split them up and start like shuffling them, because it really helps really well. And we'll keep this third little mini deck separate for the time being. Okay. What you'll also have in your box here are some playing surfaces. This is the temple. Your temple might be slightly different because this is a very homemade, crafty, made in Cambodia kind of game. So the different iterations have evolved a little bit, but this is where you're going to build your temple, so you're going to want to set that up in the center of the table. And then you're going to have 4 villages for each of the players to have a village, and those look like this. There's some rice fields and some villages there, so you can see, and then you're going to set one of those up in front of each one of your players. Okay, so that's what should be in your box. You should have 4 villages, 1 temple, the rice bank and the counters, and then 3 stacks of cards, as well as this kind of photographic illustrated helper instructions and the actual rules.